Hi guys, this is Darshan. Hope you guys are doing fine. Now, if you're watching this video, it means that you're preparing for SSC and that you want to learn on how to solve logical reasoning questions which appear for Staff Selection Commission exams. I'd like to tell you that you're at the right place. So, we'll be having a series of videos which will take you through all the different types of patterns which can be asked in SSC examination under logical reasoning as well as the other topics as well. So, let's start. Now, if you look at the syllabus of logical reasoning, we can see that there are a wide range of topics which are covered in this. So, we have similarities and differences, space visualization, problem solving, and so on. Now, we'll go through each of these sections and see what type of patterns of questions are asked in each of these sections and how we can solve it in the fastest possible manner. For now, this particular video, what we will be doing is we'll be taking you through a sample set of questions which are asked in logical reasoning so that you get a flavor of the type of things which can be asked in the real examination. So it's a sample set of questions which have been taken from the previous year's papers, which gives you a flavor of what can be expected in the real examination. And from the next video onwards, what we'll do is we'll focus on each of these sections. Let's say visual memory or judgment or analogy or syllogism or ranking or blood relations, and then we'll be taking each of these sections and then we'll be going through them in detail. We'll be looking at all the different types of questions which can be asked in each of these sections, and we'll be explaining to you in detail on how to solve them in the fastest possible manner. Right. Now, for now, what we'll do is we will just take you through a sample set of questions which appear in the SSC logical reasoning section. So I'll be solving these questions in the same way that I would be solving them in a real examination. So we'll not be going in depth into the topics or the patterns or anything of that sort right now. This is just to give you an idea of how to solve and how to approach these questions in the real examination, or how I would approach it in the real examination. So anyway, let's start. So the first question, we have 5 articles which are kept one above the other. So we know that these have to be in a format similar to this, right? Since they are kept on one on top of each other. Now the first sentence says that the bat is 4 places above the fan. So let's put the bat here and let's see how it works out. Now if it has to be 4 places above the fan has to be in this particular position. If we put the bat, so how is it 4 places above? This is 1 place above fan, 2 places above fan, 3 places above fan, and 4 places above fan. Now if we put the bat in the second position, then fan will have to be in the 6th position, right? Which is not possible because there is no 6th position. So this is the only possible way of putting the bat and fan. Now the next statement is table is between the ball and the chair. So the remaining 3 things are table, ball, and chair, which has to be filled here. And it's saying that the table is coming in between. So table has to occupy the 3rd position. Now what does the next statement say? The chair is 3 places below the bat. So 1 place below the bat, 2 place below the bat, 3 place below the bat. So this is occupied by chair, which means that the 2nd position from the top is occupied by ball, which is our answer. Let's move on to the second one. So 5 teachers are sitting in a circular table. So since it's a circular question, it can be slightly complicated. So I'll leave this for the end since I'm kind of simulating a real life at some situation. So this is something which I'll attempt later on since it can get slightly confusing. Okay, let's come to the next question. We have the coded languages. So we have Rigids, which is written as TFFIP, TFIFFP. So we need to find the pattern which is joining these two sets. So if we look at R and T, the next letter is S and T. So T is actually 2 positions after R. Now if you look at I and F, we can find that F, G, H and then I. So this is -1, -2 and -3. So F is appearing at a -3rd position. And the pattern is repeating after this. +2, -3, +2, -3. Now the question is, if we have coordinate, what is the corresponding code for this? So C +2 will give you D, E. Okay. So if you look at the options that are there, we can directly eliminate this because the starting letter should be E. Now we don't have to solve for the other stuff because we have 2 options which are completely matching except for one place, which is the 5th position, R and G. So we need to identify what is the code for E. Since it's coming at the 5th position, we can see that it's +2. So it should be F and G. So G should be coming here. Since it's G, there is only one option here. So that's our answer. Again, another coded language. Now if you look at these letters R, O, K, it is written as 44. By intuition, we can see that it could be the numerals corresponding to each of the alphabets which are getting added up. So we need to check this. I don't remember the alphabets and the corresponding numerals, so I'll just write it down quickly. We have A, B, C, D. D is 4th. E, F, G, H. This is 8. I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now if you look at ROK, R is coming as 18 and O is coming as 15 and K is appearing as 11. So 18 plus 15 plus 11 will give us 44. No need to check for make, but yeah, even if you check, it will come as 29. Now for TAL, we just need to add this up. So TAL will be 20 plus 1 plus 12, 21, 33, which is our answer. Now, which two signs needs to be interchanged to make this following equation correct? So the only way to solve this is by interchanging the equation, the signs in the equation, and solving for each case. Something which will take time, so I will come back to this later. Now, we don't really have to read the first sentence. We just need to find out 35 66 29 what. So 35 can be written as 6 square minus 1. 29 can be written as 6 square minus 7. There is no particular relation when it comes to squares. If I write it as form of cube, then also there is no steady relation that's coming up. So we'll just take the difference between the two. 35 and 66, the difference is 31, right? So this difference is 31, and similarly 29 plus 31 will give us 60, which is our answer. Now let's look at the next one. In a certain coded language, again a coded one, ping is written as 4, so we can see 4 letters are there in ping. Metal is written as 5, so there are 5 letters in metal. So what will be the code for steadies? So we just find out how many letters are there in steadies. This is STADYS, so that's 7 letters. So this is something that is known as a setter, which is very simple to crack. And these are the questions which should not be missed out during examination, and this takes barely 10 seconds to solve. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So again, first part is not that relevant as such. We just need to find the next number corresponding to this. 16 is 4 square, but none of the others are squares. So what I'll do is I'll just find the difference between these numbers. 20 and 16 is 4, 20 and 29 is 9, 29 and 45 is 16. So we can see the square root pattern coming up. 2 square, 3 square, 4 square, 45 and 70, this is 25, 5 square. So the next one should be 6 square, right, which is 36. 70 plus 36, 106 is our answer. Again, this is a question where the signs are interchanged. So we'll have to do this for each of the equations, which will take time. So I'll come back to this later. Now let's look at the next one. Select the number which can replace the question mark. Again, no need to read the first part and waste time on it. You can just directly go to the series and find out what is the next number. We can just try out the differences here and see if it is coming out in a pattern. 31 minus 44, sorry, 44 minus 31 is 13. This is coming as 14. Difference between 73 and 58 is 15. 16, so we have the pattern coming up. So the next number should be after 17. So if we add 89 and 17, we will get 106, which is the answer. Now select the letter which can replace the question mark. So again, we have a pattern here. So these numbers, these alphabets should be related somehow. Let's just write it down again. A R C U E X G A. We can already see a pattern coming here. After A, B and then C. So this is plus 2. C D E plus 2, E F G, F and G plus 2. So this should be plus 2, which is I. And here R S T U, that's plus 3. V W X, which is again plus 3. Y Z A, which is again plus 3. So this should be plus 3, which is B C D. So ID is our answer, which is here. Okay, this seems like a sitter. 5 is to pentagon. So what exactly should be matching? So what exactly is 5? This is a side, number of sides, and the polygon which it represents is pentagon. So a 5-sided figure is our pentagon. So first thing should be sides, so we can directly cut these two options. We are left with 6 and 4. 6-sided polygon is known as a hexagon and not a septagon, so this is also not correct. So the only option is 4 and rectangle. Okay, great. Another coded language. Let's just write these two down. G R O U N and D, and we have B M J P I Y. Okay, let's look at this. G and B. Let's go the reverse way. B C D E F G. So this is coming as minus 5. C D E F, right? So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. R and M, so M N O P Q, again minus 5. So all of this is following a minus 5 pattern, right? So we just need to put the corresponding minus 5 for freak, which will be simple enough. F minus 5, if we go E D C B and then we have A, so it should be one of these two, so we can eliminate the other two options. Now both are matching. The only difference is the third spot, which we need to check. The remaining we don't need to check. So for E, what will be coming? D C B A, and then it should be Z, which is our fourth option. This is another sitter. So color is red. So what exactly is a profession out of all this? Court is a building, school is a building, black is a color. So the only profession is lawyer. Now let's look at this one. The option, so basically J, T and N, X is given, and there should be a similar relation with the other sets that is given. So J and N, JKLMN. So this is at a +4 state. TUVWX. Again, this is at a +4 state. Now we just see which of the sections are following a similar pattern. So if you look TPXT, TUVW, right? So X is already matching, and PQRST. So this is also +4 and +4. So our answer is the first option. Now let's look at the ones which we left behind. Right, let's solve this one. So the only way to do this is by substituting these signs which needs to be put in each of these equations and see which of the equations are correct. Let's do the first one. 16 division has to be replaced by plus, so plus 9. Addition has to be replaced by division, so by 4 into 8. Let's do this. 9 by 4 into 8. This gives us 18. So 16 plus 18, which is 34. We got lucky with the first option itself. So first one is the answer. This is done. Alright, let's look at this one. Which two signs need to be interchanged? So the only way to do this is by interchanging it in the equation and seeing it. So first option will be 73 minus 13. Into has to be replaced by plus 42 divided by, right, 14, and plus has to be changed with into 56. Now 42 by 14, this is 3. So 3 into 56, that number will be much higher than 56, which is on the right. So first option is not the right one. Let's look at the next one. 73 minus 13 into has to be divided by division. 42 into 14 plus 56. Alright, so here we have 13 by 42 into 14 plus 56. So if we just take this much part, okay, this is 13 by 42 into 14, 13 by 3. So this entire part will become a fraction which will not be matching up to 56, and anyway it's greater than 56, right, because this will be positive. So this is also not the answer. Now let's look at the next one. 73 minus has to be changed to plus 13. So you can see that this type of questions take a lot of time, which is why I put this for the last. Plus 14, plus has to be changed to minus 56. Let's solve this. 42 by 14, since division has to be solved first, so this will be 3, and 13 into 3 will be 39. So this will become 73 plus 39 minus 56. 73 plus 39 is 112 minus 56, which is our answer, 56. So third option is the right one. Let's look at if anything else is left. So yeah, this is the only one that's left. So we have a circular table with 5 teachers. So let's mark their positions: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now it's said that they're facing towards the center. So let's say this is the center and all of them are facing towards the center. This is important because it's mentioned second to the right, to the left, and all that. So if they're facing to the center, that helps us to identify who is to the right and who is to the left, basically. Now it said that T is between H and R, so we can put T anywhere actually in the circle. So let's just put T here, okay, in this position. Now it said that it's between H and R, so this can be H or R, this position, or this position can be H or R, right? Now what else? What is the other thing? P is to the second right of R. Now let's put R here and check. Okay. If this is R, then second to the right of R. So this is 1 to the right of R since it is facing the center, and this is a position which will be second to the right of R. So this, it's saying that it should be P, but we know from before that this has to be H if this is R. So it cannot be both P and H in the same place. So which means that this cannot be R. So this has to be H and this has to be R. Now let's look at the next one. P is second to the right of R. So since this is R, second to the right of R will be, this is first to the right of R and this is second to the right of R. So we have P here. Right, and the last position is obviously that of whichever is missing here, which is K. And the question is, who is sitting to the left of K? Left of K will be R, which is our answer. So you can see that first of all we have to focus on the questions which are really simple, and then later on we come to the questions which might take a bit of time to solve. And these type of questions you'll be able to identify with practice key, which are the ones which will take a lot of time and which are the ones which can be directly solved. So the sitters, which is the very easy questions like these, should definitely be solved in the first round itself when you're going through the examination. And the questions such as these, where you have to substitute and solve, should be taken up in the second round or the third round. So third round can be kept for the toughest questions, and second round you can do the medium wala questions which require a little bit of problem solving. Alright guys, so that's it from my end. We have gone through some sample questions which are asked in reasoning, and in the videos which appear later on, we'll be going through each section of our syllabus, and we'll be looking at the questions which can be asked in each of these sections in detail and how we can solve it in the fastest possible manner. Thank you and have a good day.